Hi, I'm Bill Krokos from Hanson Industrial-Peoria. Today we're going to talk about the Karcher B150R 36-inch floor scrubber with the deck attachment for just the scrubbing brushes, not the pads. We're going to go and offload it off the pallet. You've seen in past videos I built this stand. It comes with a stand if you take the boards apart and dismantle it, but the boards for loading and unloading can break over time, so I went ahead and made my own stand. We got to remove this piece and the two side pieces. I go ahead and put screws in my pallet stand removal tool, I guess you want to call it, so it's easy to get off. Go ahead and climb in. The key to when you're offloading these, especially the drivers, is making sure you do it straight. All right, now we're going to go over the controls here for the driver when they're using it. You need to understand what everything does here, and then we'll also do the walk around and stuff too. We'll start from the right-hand side up at the top. We put a lanyard on the key. The key is called a KIK, a kick, Karcher Intelligent Key, and the yellow one is for basic operation and only operation. There's other ones for programming and stuff too that are done by maintenance facilities. The other is, this is a red emergency stop button in the up position with the line that's vertical is on off. This is the easy dial. The easy dial allows you to go into transport mode, light wash, eco mode, and vacuum, normal mode with 2 drops and vacuum, heavy duty mode where it really pushes the brushes down and vacuum, or just heavy duty mode and scrub, and or just vacuum to sweep up. And then this mode right here, if you want to put polishing pads on there, you can polish with it too. You have a horn. You also have forward and reverse, and in reverse the horn will activate too. The same noise will come on when you back up. This is the info screen, and this is the info button. If you see, if I push it, it's giving me the hours, day counter, and service counter. You can rotate it. It tells a bunch of functions, but it won't give you much information in there. That's for programmers. So all you're concerned with is, okay, do I have battery? What does the battery look like? Oh, my mixture inside the tank is half full, so I know how much I have inside there. And if you want to know how many hours and stuff you put on it during your operation. So at the emergency button, if you hit it, it shuts the unit off. You have to go off, turn it back on again, and switch it so that the unit will come back on again. All right, so we're gonna do the quick walk around like all Karcher equipment. Yellow indicates touch points and things that you wanna go ahead and use to make the thing work. This is the foot pedal. It works also as the brake. It drives the front wheel, and this unit is decked out with an oil wheel on there that's better to going oily surfaces. So you will brake, you will get a gas, and you'll also brake with the same wheel. This is kind of fancy. You have a fill point here. You can hook this up. Karcher sends you this piece. We modified it so that you can go ahead and connect it right to your standard garden hose and connect it up to go ahead and fill. Inside here is a float. The float on the inside, you'll see the cable inside there. If it fills up and gets to a stopping point, it'll shut it off and turn it off. You can also you'll want to do it to the point where it almost fills to the top. So for every fill, we're going to put 1 gallon of a chemical to give us 36-to-1 mixture inside here. The tank holds 40 gallons total. To disconnect, release it here. We've already filled it up with half water and half chemical so far. Go ahead and close that. And like when we talked about with the controls, it said it was half full as well too. If you look on the front, there's a wheel inside there. That's the oil wheel, but it also has bumpers all over and rollers. This unit is designed to roll against close on the wall and follow the wall all the way down without damaging the machine. On this side right here, this is your drain for your chemical tank. So if you need to drain it out, there's a screen behind here, but since we got it half full, we're not gonna open it. This also has rollers. This is the scrub brush pad. And like I showed you before, is you release it, and then you go ahead and pop it back in. This will go down automatically when the unit's running. Oil-loving rear wheels too. We also have the squeegee, we talked about that. That'll automatically go down once you turn the dial to either eco, normal, or heavy. On the back side, just like the front, you have these little touch points too. This is actually, so when you want to clean the inside of this, and when it gets really, really dirty, you can go ahead and spray it, and it does a pretty halfway decent job. To do a fine-tuned job, we got to use a garden hose. And since we opened that up, I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the stuff on the inside. When we got too much stuff inside there, this will shut the vacuum off. This is the area that goes to this basket. This basket will catch up debris and solids and stuff. This is the vacuum hole right here. So if you're spraying inside here, you need to cover this up. You can look on the inside over there. We've already tested it and used it once, and we'll use it again and show you how it works. So this comes down and this allows the vacuum to work. This is your drain hose, which you can locate here on the bottom. When you get a bunch of debris inside there that you've collected up and you're out of water, most of all that stuff and debris will be inside there. This is for draining into your slop sink or your collection area to get all your main dirt and grime that you've collected from doing your washing, and you can go ahead and dump it out. You will want to rinse this thing out every time after you get done using it, because it will collect a lot of stuff in there, and since it's dirt and grime, you will have stuff that will stink inside there because it turns out anaerobic. And so you want to make sure that you get all that stuff inside there cleaned out really good. You also can disconnect the brushes just like I showed you to go ahead and put it on. You'll pull these two back and then slide the brush out, and you can rinse that out. And then also in here, you can fill this area up and it'll drain the hose right out here and flush that line too. So you'll have a little bit of a dirt and grime coming out after you finish doing your cleanup. Keep moving around the other side. Like the other side, we have another brush over here, and you got the wall wheels again. We also got wall wheels on the squeegee and also on the front. This is your entry area here. Your seat has, you can slide it up for short people, slide it back for tall people. Like again, anything with yellow are touch points. It has the hand knob on here for turning and quick turning on here. Some people call it the suicide knob. I think they used to have it on older cars and stuff like that too. It allows this thing to turn in a 2.5 foot radius. So you can actually turn this thing really, really sharp so you can get in some tight areas. We're gonna go ahead and lift this up, and this is where your batteries sit. When you're charging, this is disconnected, and this connects to your charger. And let me go grab that charger and show you real quick. All Karcher port gears come with a charger. This thing is fully charged. This matches up with that piece. There's dials on here that tell you when it's completed and charged up. So I'll go ahead and hook that back up again. That's a nice thing, it's protected underneath here. But you got 6 batteries on here. A bunch of controls and switches and stuff, because this thing is pretty smart. It's making sure it's watching everything that it's doing. So if there's anything wrong, it's gonna let you know. That's locked up inside there. You have a place to put like your cell phone on there, or if you had a drink that you wanted to bring with you, or something that you needed to carry for doing your job while you take this over, you got a little spot for putting all that stuff into, as well as in the back. Now I'm going to show you how you remove the brushes when they need to be replaced. Now we're going to go ahead and slide it in. Find the groove and snap it back in again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and install the squeegee now. Like all Karcher products, yellow is for touch points. It fits in the groove. You got these handles for doing it, wheels for bumpers, and then you lock these on, and the squeegee is now installed. The squeegee will come down automatically once you turn it to a desired cleaning point. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate in tight quarters how this thing works. It is pretty amazing, its turn radius, so I'll be making some noise. I'm going to start probably in the normal mode. That seems to work best for our type of floors. Eco would be on lighter dirt loads, and of course heavy duty if you have some heavier duty. Our floor is not that bad. We got some dirt and stuff on there, but you'll really be able to notice when we do the clean out how much stuff actually comes out here, even on a floor that looks pretty good. Just turn the switch on to normal. Everything's on. It's telling me welcome. The vacuum and everything is coming down. You'll see when I push the pedal, watch what happens. It'll make some squeegee noises. I apologize for the noise on the brand new squeegee. Sounds like a blowhorn. And now I'm just going to go and vacuum and finish up. And then just the transport mode. We're going to go ahead and connect this up and get this thing to run. Let me go ahead and turn it on. And we'll show you what it looks like when it's rinsing. And we'll shut that off. There's a little bit of rinse. So it rinsed off this top area and some of the top area inside there. Like I said, it does a pretty good job. It's just not perfect. And then we're going to rinse off with the rest of this. Go ahead and rinse this off. Loaded with some debris. We'll go ahead and rinse this thing off on the inside. To come back out of the vacuum, you see some of the debris coming out of there through this hole. We're doing everything not to get any water inside the vacuum. This piece did a pretty good job of doing the general rinse on the inside. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then you'll wipe this down and stuff too when you get all done. Here's the part that is going to be pretty disgusting. Even though the floor is not that dirty, well, guess what? It's dirty. That's what's on the floor. That's how good this cleans. And then we'll go and we'll rinse it out. Get some more of that debris coming out of there. Again, doing our best not to get any water by the vacuum. And I repeat, not to get water by the vacuum. And you can tell that we did a pretty good job because the water's starting to come out clear. But it was pretty dirty. And you can see where we went around, it's obvious that my floor, even though I thought it was clean, it's not that clean. Pull the squeegee off, we'll rinse that down. And since it's a brand new squeegee, I apologize for it making that wonderful noise, but the suction inside there is pretty intense. So it's the rubber touching together and it's working its way, and it'll eventually, most of that squealing will go away. I'm also going to show you how to drain the chemical if you're not going to use it for a long period of time. Instead of leaving the chemical just sitting inside there, you go open up this piece, it'll slowly start to drain. If you pop that off too fast, all this water comes rushing out. So just a little bit at a time. There is one of these manholes also on the back too for draining the water from the drain tank too. But if you open those too quick, trust me, you'll get loaded up. Once you get it drained out, it's good just to rinse it out, just with fresh water, just to make sure that you got everything clean. The screen beforehand. If there's any debris in there, you'll clean that out. We're going to rinse all this stuff off. And then we'll go ahead and put the lid back on. So you're going to make sure you seat this back inside there, and then take this piece and slide it back inside. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the Karcher B150R scrubber with the brush deck and also the oiled wheels. Please hit the like and subscribe button for future content.